Hello guys, this is Alex here, car guy, and this is a video 2 out of 2 on finishing replacing my struts, front brake rotors, brake pads, strut mount boots, and then the upper MacPherson mounts as well. So I'm already done. This is exactly 4 hours later, and I'm all done. I just have to put the wheels back on. I'll pretty much show you what I did, and I'll kind of show you guys the tools you need. So this is the OEM Toyota brakes, the rotors, the brake pads. You should put a nice grease in there so they're all nice and perfect. No pad wear sensor on that vehicle. And also there is no bolt that holds the rotor, so it's just held by the caliper and the pads. So make sure you just align it into the bolts and clean the back, the wheel bearing, clean it on the outside very well. We got the new struts right here. This is not the only thing I noticed. The sway bars are really worn. That's actually common on these. Sway bars get worn pretty easily because it's a smaller part. But I'm not gonna get them done now. I don't have the parts. And this is the brand new strut, guys, right here. It was definitely needed. This is with the new boot and everything. All the bolts are tightened. It's all ready to go. I will show you. It's not too hard to get it done, guys. It's actually easier than I thought. Toyota is actually easier to work on than a lot of the other vehicles, so keep that in mind. But they do brake too. They're not immortal. And even with 132K, not a lot of miles, but definitely. So this is a front wheel drive and it's a V6, so it's like very heavy in the front, so everything is really happening in the front of that vehicle. So that's usually where you have the most wear. Let me just show you how bad this is. This is supposed to come back. Okay, it's not going back at all. Look, this is supposed to extend all the way back. It's not. These struts are completely shot, completely gone. Terrible condition. They actually leaked through some oil, which you can tell right through here on both sides. I think this is the worst one for sure. And then just let me show you this, guys. I mean, look at the condition of the boot. So it's all torn in multiple pieces, completely destroyed and messed up. And I will tell you what happens is when these get destroyed like that, dirt goes in through here down to the strut into here, and it basically breaks it easier and makes it to leak and makes it worn. So I'm glad I got that done. I was definitely on the right track of what the car needed. And then I'm reselling this car, guys. I'm being honest with you, but I want it to be safe for somewhere on the out there on the road. I don't want it to be just a car that's a project that needs work. I want to be safe, reliable, get up and go car. That's how I try to get all my cars. Like I said, I put a new battery in it. Now with the front new brakes and rotors and struts and mounts, that's pretty much the only thing it needs. Might use oil change. Other than that, it's really good. Like I said, coolant, it's all perfect. I checked on that. Oil right here. I mean, the motor, like I said, man, everything works on the vehicle. So that was really what was needed. Here's on the this side as well right here. So we got the new rotors, new brake pads, all OEM parts, guys. I work at Toyota, so I got a discount obviously on these. And then I did saw some people are buying just the whole the entire strut with the mount. I will tell you a couple of things regarding that. First of all, it will probably be a lot more expensive, most likely, right, to get the whole set. And second of all, typically springs don't really break. They don't. They might get soft over a really, really long period of time, but they really don't really break, and they have a lot less wear and worn out, like unlike struts, you know what I mean? They're very strong. So typically you do not have to remove it. And I don't know where you guys get the full set, but you know, I couldn't find one. I just, like I said, I went to the route I told you guys I'm gonna go, and I did what I did. So here is the tools you guys need for that job. The hardest part of this job is compress the the springs, which is why I understand some people get the whole set. However, it's not really that hard. And this is, I'm actually having the cheapest one. This is the absolute cheapest ones you can get for 20 bucks. I do have higher end ones back home, back in my country. I need to get higher end ones. There's one for about 50, 60 bucks at O'Reilly or AutoZone that have like an entire bracket like this that goes into the spring like that and compresses it. So this one is a lot better. This one takes a lot more work to wiggle both sides out. But either way, that will do it. You guys definitely need an impact. This is mine, Hercules. I recently got it. It works very well. It's very strong. And then the tools you need are really not a whole lot complicated. You're gonna need a couple 14 millimeters. So the 14 millimeter bolts are the one that hold the actual caliper, the 1 and 2 right up here, as well as the one that hold the brake, the brake fluid line right here, and the one up here, the one I'm pointing right here, and this one right there. So those 4 are your 14 miller bolts. And actually, not just those, but the upper 3 mount bolts, guys, are also 14 millimeter bolts. However, what I did is you're gonna need a short socket for these upper ones. So here's the short 14 millimeter socket they use right here in order to be able to get to there. 22 millimeter wrench and 22 millimeter socket. You connect it with the impact and they go onto right here. So this is the nut side and this is the bolt side. You got 2 here and 2 on the other side. And it comes out super easy. Now you will need one of those jacks as well right here. Let me show you right here. That you can lift this up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this underneath it right here, okay, and then you're gonna lift it up so you can just slightly bit so it holds it, so you can easily remove those bolts. Basically, that's how I did it. And also, when you do that, this is a 17 millimeter for the sway bar link disconnect. So once you disconnect it, once you have that lifted up with that jack right there, you'll be able to easily just pull that right out of there. So there you go. You got the 17 millimeter right here for the sway bar link. You're gonna need your press to compress the piston of your brake caliper so you can reinstall it back normally. This is to clean the wheel bearing and basically to clean that brake caliper and all that. This is a brake grease right here. Brake parts lubricant. Put it on the pads. Flathead screwdriver. And then you're gonna need a 17 millimeter wrench as well. This is the last thing you're gonna need. A 17 millimeter wrench will go. Oh, this is actually a little bit. You see, my ball is actually a little bit stripped. You don't have a ton of room, so it actually needs to be a thin size 17, but you're gonna put it on here, and this is the 14 millimeter nut. So be careful with those. I kind of messed those up a little bit because I have a little thicker 17 millimeter wrench, but that's the size for this right here, guys. And pretty much all I have to do is reinstall the wheels back on, and I got my safety lock nut. And then yeah, those are all the tools you need. It's really not that hard, but it will make a huge difference, not just in the way this vehicle drives. It's smoother, it will actually stop, but it's also a lot safer. I mean, that's the whole point of driving a car. You want to be safe and reliable. So yeah, guys, those are the parts. Like I said, I actually got them OEM from Toyota where I work. These are all the boxes, the parts numbers. I can show you the receipt, but with the discount, I paid about 750 bucks for the entire thing. So the front struts, the strut boots, the strut MacPherson mounts, front brake rotors and brake pads, all of that. So not bad. I think the car is pretty much perfect now. Just have to put the wheels back on. I'll test drive it, see how it drives, and then tomorrow during a daylight, I'll probably make a video show you guys how it actually drives now that it's all done, and then you know, see what you guys think on that. But I'm sure you guys would love it. I mean, the older Rav4s, to give you an idea, every time we get one at our store at Michael's Bellevue, we always sell it first very quickly, and second of all, we sell it for a good price too, because people love these. Also, don't forget to open up your brake fluid cap, so when you compress the brake calipers back, the fluid can easily go up, and then close it back when you're done. And then when you start the car, you're gonna want to pump the brakes so the calipers get right onto that level. So there you go, guys. I hopefully enjoyed that video. Hopefully it helps you work on your Rav4, change some stuff, know what kind of tools you need. Again, a piece of advice: if you are get a better spring compressor. These work, but it's a lot more wiggle, it's a lot more work. I've used other ones, the ones that I told you that are better, it's a lot quicker. So these tools that you're using, all these tools, whatever tools you guys get, that's the whole point of it, just to make things quicker and easier to work on. Of course, they are expensive. Like this impact with the battery right there cost me about $300. So they are pretty pricey. They're not cheap, but keep that in mind. And then if you guys have any questions, let me know, comment below. Hopefully that video helps you. And if you guys have any questions, I'm here for you. Like and subscribe, drive safe. And if you guys have any questions, how to work on your Rav4, replacing struts, brakes, oil, battery, anything like that, let me know, and I'd love to help you out. Thank you guys, and have a great night. There you go.